What was supposed to be a night of legendary music suddenly turned into a frightening medical emergency, and fans inside San Francisco's Chase Center were left wondering what had just happened. Earth, Wind and Fire were scheduled to take the stage with Lionel Richie, promising another unforgettable night filled with classic hits, dancing, and memories. But just minutes before the show, everything changed. A medical emergency was reported inside the Chase Center, and according to the information surrounding the incident, emergency crews rushed to the scene. CPR was reportedly performed, and the patient was transported to a hospital in critical condition. The concert was abruptly canceled. Fans who had already filled the venue were suddenly being asked to leave, while a message appeared informing them that the performance would be rescheduled. And now, the biggest question isn't about the concert. It's about the person at the center of this frightening medical emergency and what happens next for one of music's most legendary groups. Before we get into everything that happened, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because we're bringing you the biggest celebrity and entertainment stories as they unfold. Earth, Wind and Fire have spent decades creating the kind of music that refuses to disappear. Their songs have crossed generations, and their concerts have become celebrations of music, energy, and nostalgia. But even legendary performers eventually have to confront something every touring artist knows all too well: the physical demands of life on the road. Performing night after night requires enormous energy. Traveling from city to city, rehearsing, performing, meeting fans, and maintaining that level of intensity can take a serious toll. According to the information in the report, an emergency call involving a cardiac event came in around 5:30 p.m., while fans were already gathering inside the Chase Center. Emergency medical personnel responded, and CPR was reportedly performed before the patient was taken to a hospital. The situation was serious enough that the highly anticipated concert could not go ahead. For fans, the experience must have been shocking. Imagine arriving at the venue expecting to hear songs you've loved for years, only to suddenly see an announcement that the show has been canceled because of a medical emergency. Instead of music filling the arena, people began making their way out. There was no big performance, no opening number, no celebration, just uncertainty. And that's what made the situation so emotional. The report identifies Earth, Wind and Fire drummer John Paris as the member who reportedly experienced the health crisis. However, details surrounding his condition remain limited, and fans are understandably waiting for an official update. For now, the most important thing is his health. The incident also raises a much bigger question about touring at an age when many performers who started decades ago are still working at an incredibly demanding pace. Earth, Wind and Fire have been performing for generations. Their music has survived changing trends, changing audiences, and changing technology. But the human body doesn't always care about a person's legendary status. At some point, every performer has to listen to what their body is telling them. And interestingly, the group has previously spoken about the question of when it's time to slow down. In one conversation, when asked when they would know it was time to take a step back, the response was essentially that they didn't know yet. They would wait and see. That answer says a lot. Because for musicians who genuinely love performing, retirement isn't always an easy decision. The stage isn't simply a workplace. It's part of their identity. It's where they've spent decades connecting with audiences. It's where fans sing their songs back to them, and it's where memories are created. That's why the decision to continue touring can become incredibly complicated. On one side, there's the love of music. On the other, there's the reality of age, exhaustion, travel, and health. And Earth, Wind and Fire aren't the only legendary performers facing that reality. Lionel Richie is also part of this story, and his own recent health scare makes the timing even more striking. Richie, who is 77, reportedly experienced a health issue that forced him to cut short an opening night performance on his Sing a Song All Night Long tour just weeks before this latest incident. During that moment, Richie himself appeared to acknowledge that when you're feeling dizzy or unwell, you need to stop and take care of yourself. And his comments reveal something important about performers who have spent most of their lives on stage. They don't necessarily stop because they no longer love what they do. Sometimes they have to stop because their bodies demand it. Richie has made it clear that one reason he continues performing is simple: he loves it. That may be the strongest connection between these two stories. The music industry can make performers seem almost superhuman. We see them under bright lights, smiling, dancing, singing, and entertaining thousands of people. But behind the lights are real people. People who get tired, people who get sick. People whose bodies can suddenly say, "That's enough." And that's why this San Francisco incident has attracted so much attention. The concert wasn't canceled because of bad weather. It wasn't canceled because of a technical problem. It was reportedly canceled because of a medical emergency serious enough to require emergency treatment. And for everyone involved, the music had to come second. Now attention turns toward what happens next. Earth, Wind and Fire were reportedly scheduled to continue their performances, including a planned appearance in Palm Desert, California. But after an incident like this, fans will understandably be watching closely for updates. Will the affected performer be able to return? Will the upcoming performance happen as planned? Will the group make an official statement? And perhaps most importantly, will this incident change the way the group approaches their demanding touring schedule? Those questions cannot be answered yet. What we do know is that fans inside the Chase Center experienced a night they will never forget, but for a reason nobody expected. They came for music. Instead, they witnessed an emergency. And in moments like this, the entertainment suddenly becomes secondary. The priority is simple: someone's health and safety. For Earth, Wind and Fire fans around the world, the hope is that the person affected by this medical emergency receives the care they need and is able to recover. And there is another lesson buried inside this frightening story. We often celebrate celebrities for working through exhaustion. We praise performers for never missing a show. We admire artists who continue performing decade after decade. But sometimes, the strongest thing a performer can do is stop. Take a breath, sit down, listen to their body. Because no concert, no tour, and no performance is more important than someone's life. For now, fans are waiting for an update. Waiting to hear whether the next concert will happen. And waiting to learn more about the person whose medical emergency suddenly brought an entire night of music to a standstill. Earth, Wind and Fire have spent decades giving audiences unforgettable memories. Tonight, fans are hoping the next memory will be a much happier one the moment the group returns to the stage and tells everyone that they're okay. But until that happens, the music can wait. Health comes first. And that is something even the biggest legends in entertainment cannot ignore. What do you think about legendary performers continuing to tour at this stage of their careers? Should artists know when it's time to step away? Or should they keep performing as long as they still love it? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want the latest celebrity news, Hollywood drama, and entertainment updates, subscribe to Fameline USA.